You were born in medieval England, the year 1240. Your father was more loyal to ale than to family, and though he claimed to love his daughters, his pockets were always empty. Love never bought bread. By the time you reached 15, whispers in the village said you were the prettiest of them all. Men looked twice. One powerful knight even declared he wanted you as his bride. But knights demanded dowries, and your father had already drunk away the coins that might have secured your future. When he heard the church was paying families silver to send daughters into convents, he didn't hesitate. That night, he kissed your forehead and whispered, "God will take care of you, love. And I'll take care of myself." By morning, strange men from the church pulled you from your home. They shaved your head in front of the villagers. Your long hair fell in clumps around your bare feet. The beauty you'd been praised for vanished in an hour. Then they forced you into a stiff black robe that smelled of mold and sweat. You caught your reflection in a metal tray, pale scalp, hollow eyes. The girl you'd been was gone. The convent wasn't prayer and hymns. It was labor camps disguised as holy ground. The priest shoved a stiff brush in your hands, scrubbed the church floors before nightfall. God sees effort. Don't disappoint him. The nave stretched endlessly. Stone upon stone. You scrubbed until your knees bled. Blisters bubbled on your palms. At dawn, you collapsed on a bench. The priest inspected your work and sneered, "Amateur. Do better. Tomorrow, wake at 4. No excuses." And so began the cycle, prayers from dawn to noon, scrubbing from noon to dusk, silence until night. Sleep was stolen, hunger was constant. New nuns like you were purified through fasting. 3 days with nothing but water. Your stomach clawed itself. You thought about apples. Just one bite. One morning, you saw it, an apple by the altar, glowing in candlelight. You reached trembling fingers toward it. A sharp smack burned your hand. A senior nun hissed, "No food. Fasting purifies. Better to suffer than sin." Nights were worse. You lay on bare stone wrapped in a scrap of curtain. The wind screamed through cracks, rattling your bones. Rats scurried closer than sisters ever did. You wondered if this was God's plan, or just amusement for men in robes. Weeks later, you found a starving peasant boy outside the convent gate. His lips were blue. His body shook. Without thinking, you slipped him apples from the storeroom. His eyes lit up. For the first time in months, you felt human. But mercy never stayed secret. The abbess caught you. She snarled, "Better he die than you dishonor the convent." They dragged you before the priest. His judgment, 10 days without food. Let your soul starve with your stomach. Then came the higher priest, robes shimmering, voice smooth. He interrupted, "Service to the poor is service to God. She should be pardoned." Relief washed through you. But that night, in a dark corridor, he cornered you. "You owe me," he whispered. "Owe you what?" His grin told you everything. You tried to run. He grabbed you. That night, your vow of chastity was stolen, not chosen. You lay awake staring at cracks in the ceiling, wondering why heaven never intervened. The next month, they made a spectacle of you. In front of villagers, they forced you to confess sins you never committed: lust, pride, disobedience. Gasps filled the church. Then they handed you a whip. Punish yourself for God. You struck your back again and again. Blood seeped through your habit. The villagers nodded, satisfied, as you swayed on the edge of collapse. Months dragged on. Hunger gnawed. Cold stiffened your bones. Then your belly began to swell. You knew whose sin this was, but no one believed. The abbess spat, "Whore. You've defiled holy ground." You protested, "It wasn't my choice." "Silence," the priest roared. "You are cursed." They banished you. In the village streets, people hissed and spat. You begged your family to take you in. Your father, drunk, slammed the door. "You failed God. You failed us. You're no daughter of mine." You found shelter in barns, eating pig scraps. Even beggars mocked you. Eventually, nobles put you to work scrubbing their latrines. That was survival now, scraping filth while laughter echoed above. Then came the plague. It swept through towns like smoke. Black boils, fever, death. The rich fled. Outcasts like you stayed. You cleaned sores, carried bodies, and breathed in the sickness yourself. Your body, already weak, crumbled. Fever burned. Skin blistered. Breath rattled. You begged for water, for mercy, for someone to say your name kindly. None came. When you died, there was no prayer. No bell. No burial. They tossed your body on a cart piled with plague dead. The cart rumbled to a cliff. Your body tumbled into the sea, nameless, faceless, forgotten. That was your story. Born beautiful, sold for ale, shaved, beaten, abused, abandoned, and finally swallowed by plague. So next time someone says the Middle Ages were full of romance and holy devotion, remember, sometimes it just sucked. And nothing sucked harder than being a medieval nun.